must not fear. Fear is the mind killer.
Fear the mind killer.
Fear is the little death that brings total obliteration.
Oh, dang.
But this, they were more visual here and showing what's going on in the box than in the new one.
Oh, yeah, they ain't showing it at all. Just his reaction. What's going on? It's your boy Syntell with the Intel, and you already see Rekkai is in the building. What's going on, champion?
Hello, governor.
Hey! What's going on with you? Don't mind me as me and Dooney over here. Get ready to watch the original OG 1984 David Lynch rendition. That's a lot to say in one go. I'm not gonna lie. I watched this, but it was 25, 30 years ago the last time I saw it, and we have already watched the new one that just came out with Villanova. I always say his name wrong. Villanova.
Dennis Villeneuve.
Villeneuve, yes, there we go. And loved it. I even said it's arguably one of the greatest sci-fi movies of all the time. So it's like, well, let's go back in time, take a little dip back and see what the old school original looked like. How are you feeling about this, Rekkai?
Well, I agree that the newest movie, Dune 2, might be one of the greatest. It might be the greatest sci-fi movie of all time, and it's definitely in the top 10 of great movies ever, for me anyway. And I will say that this 1984, the David Lynch version, I've watched often. It is a guilty pleasure. It's a movie that I love. It's so terrible, but I love it. I don't know why. It's awful. And maybe I think it's just in my youth I loved it because there was no alternative.
Right.
Now there's an alternative.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. It's kind of like the Superman effect when you see like the old Reeves version, and it's like, man, this isn't as good as I remembered it being. That's because it's like 40 years removed, you know? It's one of those kind of situations. So without any further ado, let's get started.
The known universe is ruled by the Padishah Emperor Shaddam IV, my father.
It's Virginia Madsen, better known as the white lady from Candyman.
That is her.
The spice extends life.
Spice is life, baby.
The spice expands
is life.
consciousness.
See, if you said that today, that just means that you need to get you a Latino woman.
Who the spice has mutated over 4,000 years, use the orange spice gas, which gives them the ability to fold space.
That's one thing that they didn't talk about in the remake, the new one.
The Spacing Guild.
Yeah, and the navigators and how they use it. Well, they left a lot out, but it's because of pacing and everything. It was important.
Planet Gedi Prime, home of House Harkonnen. Planet Kaitane, home of the Emperor of the known universe.
That's crazy. My man said I'm the emperor of everything.
To demand details from the Emperor. The spice must flow.
They rolled up on the Emperor, said, "Explain yourself, sir."
Man, got the whole...
The Jezreth witch must leave.
Leave us.
Yes, my lord.
It sounded like I hear the TARDIS in the background.
It did kind of sound like TARDIS.
For like a hot second, right? Oh, they're showing some of the navigators.
Yeah.
And it's been so long. Oh my God, look at this. That looks terrible. Like, it's horrible and terrifying.
Many machines on X. New machines. Better than those on Riches. You are transparent. I see many things. I see plans within plans. House Atreides, House Harkonnen feuding. I see you behind. You must share with us.
The Atreides house is building a secret army using a technique unknown to us, a technique involving sound. I have ordered House Atreides to occupy Arrakis, to mine the spice, thus replacing their enemies, the Harkonnens. I have promised the Baron 5 legions of my Sardaukar terror troops.
So the Harkonnens will rid you of House Atreides.
Here it comes.
We ourselves foresee a slight problem within House Atreides. Paul.
You mean, of course, Duke Leto Atreides, his father.
No.
I mean, all
No, we meant who we meant. We didn't misspeak.
killed.
I said what I said.
I did not say this. I am not here.
I said, but you ain't hear that from me though. He got the
Yeah. Can you imagine what that smell like?
Now, for those in the book, like those navigators are in a perpetual state of always being high due to the spice. But that's what kind of allows them to navigate like that.
Because the spice gives them the ability to navigate space.
The powerful Bene Gesserit sisterhood for 90 generations has been manipulating bloodlines to produce the Kwisatz
Just think
Haderach.
about it, for 90 generations. What's a generation? 100 years?
Because of her
Out here
love for the
manipulating
Duke,
stuff?
she disobeyed and gave birth to a son, Paul. Paul
Just
Atreides.
disrespectful.
They moving it along though.
The training planet of the Mentats, the human computers. Know a Mentat by his red-stained lips.
There, Arrakis.
I hate that they didn't really jump into the depths of what Mentats were in the remake, in the new one. Mentats are dope. Hey! And then we got Quantum Leap and Star Trek in the house.
Yeah.
Ziggy and
Sci-fi royalty.
Yeah.
I heard you, Dr. Yui, and Gurney coming down the hall.
Those sounds could be
His
imitated.
eyebrows. Good lord.
His eyebrows is ridiculous, dog.
He's smuggling 2 caterpillars.
I'm sorry, Gurney.
Is this one of the first movies to use that?
Sorry enough.
I don't know. That's a good question. Let me know in the chat. Oh, look how
how
they're using the
terrible that
shields.
is.
I remember the old boxy shields.
Yeah. It's straight off Atari, dog.
What's wrong with Gurney? He's not making this.
Now, guard yourself for truth.
Patrick Stewart didn't come
Oh,
to play,
God.
bro.
But, look down. We'd have joined each other in death.
Would you really have drawn my blood?
If you'd have fought one whit below your abilities, I'd have given you a good scar to remind you.
You know what's crazy? Is that, your boy Jean-Luc Picard right there, Patrick
Jean-Luc?
Stewart.
Yes. Look the
This
same.
was 40 years ago, and he was already 120 then. Like,
Could the spice affect us in other ways?
Many dangers exist on Arrakis. For one, the Harkonnens would not have given up their Chone Company
You
contract.
like Harkonnens or Harkonnens? Harkonnens sounds so much more important. Harkonnen
I
sounds
like
evil.
Harkonnens.
Yeah.
We have our new army. Dr. Yue put the weirding module on him.
So, Dr. Yue, so if he's a Mentat, what is Dr. Yue?
Dr. Yue is just a dot.
They're a special breed.
Lock
Well,
the
but they're
room.
not Mentats. If I remember right. Of course, let me know in the.
But there's something
in the
else.
chat. Yeah.
The Mentat is basically a biocomputer.
Yeah, for the most part, yes.
Make the range 2 meters.
Yeah, Mentats are like walking quantum computers for the most part.
Duncan!
Hey, Duncan, Idaho.
Paul, I was just on my way to say goodbye to you. I have to go on ahead alone.
This guy's been in a whole lot of movies. I can't think of his name right now, though.
Richard Jordan.
Father?
Thank you for joining me, Paul.
He's still in the game, isn't he, this actor?
Howard has served House Atreides
Yeah.
3 generations.
But he's usually always like a bad guy. Like, he plays a bad guy damn near every movie.
They jar something deep inside, allowing him to grow.
Even though Kyle MacLachlan is supposed to be a kid, but he 30-something in this movie?
He
Like,
looks like he's in his 30s.
An Atreides daughter could have been wed to a Harkonnen heir and sealed the breach. We may lose both bloodlines now.
that's crazy.
Yeah, she carried that regal.
Arrakis. Dune. Desert planet. Moving.
With her just talking loud in his sleep and shit.
But I can tell you, dear God, for the Father, nothing. For the Father, nothing.
He's like, nah, he on his own.
the universe's super being. How dare you? My greatest student and my greatest disappointment.
Dang.
Disrespect.
He's awake. He's listening to us. Good. Ready yourself, young Paul Atreides. I want to see you in your mother's chambers in 1/4 of an hour.
Did I just say 15 minutes? That bullshit.
This is very important.
Here's the thing. I was old enough to remember this actually coming to the theater, but I never saw it in the theater. Obviously, I was way too young.
Yeah, I never saw this in the theater.
Yeah, I'm old, but I ain't that old.
What about my father?
Paul, listen to the Reverend Mother and do
Get
what
out
she
of pocket.
tells you.
She's powerful. You ain't him yet.
Yeah, he don't know.
Oh, so they are using the voice.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Come here.
I bet if you have never read the book or never, especially even back then, this movie was probably confusing as hell.
Yeah.
What's in the box?
Pain. Stop. Put your hand.
She said, oh, you thought you was going to pull out. Nah, bro.
Now,
That tea drinking
the
tea.
itching becomes burning.
This scene sticks out more for me than probably most other scenes in this movie that I remember as a kid.
I must not fear. Fear is the mind killer.
Fear is the mind killer.
Fear is a little death that brings total obliteration.
Oh, dang.
But this, they were more visual here and showing what's going on in the box than in the new one.
Oh, yeah, they ain't showing it at all. Just his reaction.
Here is the little death.
Whoa. Huh.
The pain.
No woman, child, ever withstood that much.
No woman child has ever withstood that much.
I see the truth of it.
Could he be the one? Maybe. But will he be ours to control? He will go where we cannot. Many men have tried.
They tried and failed.
They tried and died.
And died. Yeah.
My son lives.
Like her hairdo is immaculate.
Oh, yeah.
I sense your teachings in him.
Like for her to be a concubine, she comes off like a queen.
Yeah. I mean, but she was respected as such.
You speak as if he were dead. Well, he's not. Well, he's not. And he won't die. Tell me he won't die.
What can be done has been done.
Mother, tell me.
No safe harbor for your pops.
It is by the juice of Safu that thoughts acquire speed, the lips acquire stains, stains become a warning. It is by will alone I set my mind in motion.
Can you imagine that after you finish Mentat school, somebody's like, yeah, you assigned to Giddy Prime.
Ugh.
Like, hell. Oh.
What does Leto say, Pida?
He wishes to inform you that vendetta, as he puts it using the ancient tongue.
He always plays some jackass of a character.
He does not wish to meet or speak with you.
I made my peace gesture.
He was Worm Tongue in the Two Towers in Lord of the Rings. Yeah, he was always in the king's ear, giving him the whispers and all that.
Brad Dourif, he always plays the jackass.
Yeah. Wow, look how young Sting is.
As you instructed me, I have enlightened your nephews concerning my plan.
My plan!
It's almost like the Baron is the one who originated the pimple popper phase. Like,
go quietly. No other great house of the land's drop.
Look at Faye Rather. Look at Sting.
Did you feel like somebody spoke up and said, you know what is this racism against gingers? You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody on this little planet got red hair. Like,
oh,
your diseases lovingly cared for all eternity.
What's this, like P. Diddy planet? Like, they got some real weird.
He perked up real quick.
He's
like,
going all
you'll
Kevin
do.
Spacey on him.
Oh, let me get that nipple juice.
Yeah, I don't even understand what just happened. Like,
This is what I'll do to the Duke and his family.
That is a disgusting, disgusting dude.
that whole planet, dog.
Yeah, he's
whole planet.
way more gross than the
Throw
new
away
one.
the whole planet.
My lord, I suspect an incredible secret has been kept on this planet. That the Fremen exist in vast numbers.
I remember as a kid, I used to think the steel suits was cold as hell.
Yeah, I did too. I was like, yeah, that's a cold ninja suit right
Yeah,
there.
right?
Each trooper will be charged with
I
responsibility.
remember I told my mom I
water.
need one because I was
Our
like, wait.
existence as an
I said,
operating
you can
army
keep that.
defense
You don't
is
get
following
hot in it.
water-saving procedures.
You can pee and duty in it. And it.
You straight.
I said, yeah. I don't ever even have to take that thing off.
Sir, we've found and removed another sabotage device. I think it'll go up now, sir.
You didn't really think the Harkonnens is gonna make it easy for you.
Mm-mm.
That was probably a quarter of the budget just for that.
Duke Leto is now here. Spice mining inspection to start immediately.
Hey.
Yep. And I wonder why they Dr. Kynes, they switched him to a black woman in the new movies.
The most efficient type on Arrakis. Basically,
Why don't you touch him?
it's all right, Gurney.
The Fremen guard back there is like, slow your roll.
And is gathered in the second, where salt is separated. Breathing and walking provide the pumping action.
That's a dope concept.
Mm-hmm.
We're wasting time, sire.
Yeah, I wanted one of them back then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Them joints are cold.
That little ship is ugly too. Like,
Oh, what is it called? Ornithopters? I forgot what they're called. Something like that.
yeah.
Are you all right? Yes, I'm fine. Thank you, Luke.
Traitor's eyes.
Even though he got that stoic, like, that look on his face, like, nah, it's in the eyes, you know.
Calling Harvester Pad 9. Worm sign.
That microphone.
Who calls Pad 9?
Don't mention the Duke. This is an uncoded channel.
But it's not only a microphone, but it's also the controls to the ship.
Oh, yo.
There's like, we seen the TARDIS. We think we can do like
AIV for
10% better.
For real.
Try to get in close over the Harvester. You'll find this interesting, sire. They'll work until the very last minute.
And that right there, Spice Harvester looked like a toy my kid would play with.
You sound like Arnold.
He went to the same school of acting as Arnold.
We're gonna be heavy, sire.
Spice.
Yeah, you smell it.
Right, he's up here getting high. He's like, oh,
Look, your eyes are getting red already.
This is first contact high right here.
My lady, the local people, the maids and servants await your inspection.
Lady
Howard
Jessica be G'd
has
up.
cleared them.
She's like, yes, my entire wardrobe must be space Gucci.
Space Gucci.
Forgive me. They must have killed her.
Please excuse me if I can't talk about it.
She's been a Jesuit.
Mm-hmm.
There's the imperial conditioning. Assurance of trust.
Hey, I remember her. I forgot she was in this.
The Bene Gesserit mother. The legend. Where is your son?
She has always looked old. Always.
Yep. Yeah, I heard eating them ooh-wee edibles. Oh, see, he's just standing there tripping. How long you been standing there?
Yeah, that is not the same.
Hunter Seeker. Can't get me if I don't move.
That joint
He does
is
this
big.
thing against this stuff.
It's what have killed me.
I was his target.
Shit.
He went to the motion. Who are you?
I am the Shaddad Mapes.
It's like, shut up, mates.
It like that. Yo, shout out, mates.
They
That's
don't
my
don't
homegirl.
knock on goddamn doors where you come from.
Who it is, we cannot say, but we are certain of it.
A traitor.
I'd be like, didn't I see you in Poltergeist?
Dr. Yui has been very valuable to us. What a
Size
pity.
of
You
that
must
boil on
remain
his
gagged.
Is there ever a bad guy who can't help himself in monologue?
This happens when you go to bad guy school. You have to take monologuing 101.
I want to spit once on your head. What? Just some spittle in your face.
Oh, why? Why are we doing all that?
Because that's how they do. It's some R. Kelly shit right there. You know what I'm saying? Just do some old weird shit
What?
just cause.
Ah.
I knew Yui's wife.
Yo, he plays
I was the
reason
one
so
who broke
well.
his
Why is he
imperial
rubbing around the spittle?
Because he's a weirdo. Everybody's heard of weirdo.
It is perhaps better that you die.
Everybody wants some of Lady Jessica. Lady Jessica walking around there setting that thing out.
You wish now to join your wife? Is that it, traitor? She lives. You wish to join her?
That's not what I said. I said, you ready to join her. I ain't said nothing about
You think I don't know what I gained from my wife?
So you think you defeated me. That's a little bit late for your Obi-Wan speech.
It's done.
If you strike me down, I will become more powerful than you can even imagine. I'm like, really? Why do all men turn to freak shit?
Just trying the voice. Word, that's where you go immediately to that.
Yeah. I think anybody thinks like that should immediately have your private parts cut off.
Castration.
Immediately.
Excellent.
See, and if you had a power like that voice, I'd have him cut his own John off.
Stuff it down your throat. Ugh.
She had half a hot dog in her mouth.
A glizzy.
There's no need to fight her from me.
Oh, they working his voice.
This is 2024 stuff.
Hey, my man died immediately off of that. Immediately? He just
Well, and the only reason that's not hilarious is because they blades are poison.
Okay. That was bad fast though, like.
Yeah. He died immediately. He's like, oh,
he said,
you found the exact spot.
Yeah, oh, the beat down he would catch.
They came in a wreck shop.
This dude playing Lord Harkonnen is the Baron is killing it though. Like, I can't stand him. He's disgusting, but he's the most memorable out of everything on this show. He is without a doubt the most memorable.
That's because he's a super freak.
Where is the ducal signature?
So, whatever.
I must have his ring.
I bet his breath smell like a skunk shit in a dirty baby diaper.
The doctor, Huey, what did he say? Paul and Jessica safe. Yes, the tooth.
Get down, the tooth.
He's crying. He's crying.
Come closer, Baron.
No, his breath smell like Wolverine ass.
Oh, man, sir.
Where are my feelings?
Look at it.
I feel for no one.
And look, he ain't even thought about shedding a glory tear. Nothing.
No consoling, nothing. Your mama.
They killed your daddy. He's like, I didn't even know that dude.
They smoked your mama right in front of you. I mean, your daddy. And you ain't gonna do nothing?
But thanks to your teachings, it's changing my consciousness. I see it. I can see it.
Is he the one?
We're still whispering.
Yes. Yes. In other movies, we called him Neo.
Remember, walk without rhythm, and we won't attract the worm.
I mean, you just gotta walk regularly. Just walk regularly.
Walk without rhythm.
All
And then
really you just say is just walk. You straight.
Walk natural. Shahalood.
Oh, let me go grab Dooney.
Bring the lightning.
You see it, Dooney.
Doing it hungry. Doing it real hungry. Listen, look at her. She just, like the way she act, I can't tell that she was trained by the Bene Gesserit.
She act like she's like she must have like been on Broadway or something. Like it's too over the top with it. Shot who lose the neighborhood. What's up?
Do you smell it?
We gonna get your spice.
Mm-hmm.
He felt a long ass way.
That was the craziest mix of dopeness and whackness that I've seen in some time.
Yeah.
It was equal measures of both. Oh, damn.
Popped up like the damn boogeyman.
Thieves in the night.
Perhaps these are the ones the Shadat Mapes told us of.
I will take the boy man.
It must be Stilgar.
He shall have sanctuary in my tribe.
Hey, wait, he said that. Oh, yo, she snatched his throat up too.
Hey, but for all that whining and shit she been doing, she snatched up the leader of the tribe like it wasn't nothing.
Quick!
Your water shall mingle with our water.
Then I will teach you our way of battle.
Now listen how she's talking. That ain't that. Then I will teach you my way of battle.
It is the legend.
That ogre had to drop on him though.
From my dreams. So beautiful.
Come with me. I'll show you.
You out here in the deep desert already thinking with your wrong head. Boy, I swear to God, it's already.
Focus, bro. Focus.
You have strength. You shall be known as Usul, which is the strength of the base of.
They immediately gave him his
quick.
name.
My man just showed up and was like, "We got a name for you and everything, brother."
And your mother shall be a Sayadina among us.
A Sayadina.
We welcome you.
That's a cold name though.
It is.
The dream unfolds.
You know what I'm saying? That's like you an exotic chick in the hood. What's your name is? A Sayadina? Oh, y'all got money. Oh, y'all got money.
Let Shai Hulud.
Juices of life in you.
Yeah. The water of life. She's out there drinking Alizé in the desert.
As she surrendered her knowledge. Jessica had successfully transmuted the poisonous water of life.
She's good though. Like she barely, you know what I'm saying? She drank some poison and then she farted and she's good.
Alia was born with all the knowledge and powers of a reverend mother.
Yep.
That's just gross. Alia done birthed herself.
Thuf is one of the finest mentats in the universe. And he's mine, Fade. All mine.
What is that? Is that a cat in the thing?
Yeah.
Quiet now.
I will.
Come.
Oh, I know. Peter was pissed.
I see they've installed your hard plug already. Don't be angry. Everyone gets one here. But this is not why we're here.
So they can suck on your heart juice.
By milking this smooth little cat's body, you receive your antidote.
A cat and a rat.
It must be done each day.
And it's a hairless cat too. Look at these two.
Johnny, I love you.
She's from here too. I think she's from either Lexington or Louisville, Kentucky.
Huh.
Sean Young.
Uh-huh.
I mean, this is one of her two greatest parts.
The Baron and the Emperor himself will be forced to deal with us.
Like, us? You got here yesterday. Who us?
Mm-hmm. We don't even know you, Usul.
Muad'Dib.
Yeah.
But why? Like, I get trying to make something your own, but why?
That we will teach you.
Let me know in the chat.
Set fires, suffocate an enemy or burst his organs. We will kill until no Harkonnen breathes Arrakeen air.
There's children in the room. That's so random.
He's not even mad that dude and took the safety off his damn gun. For real.
Bobby! Bobby!
He's been repeating that name ever since we found him.
Who is this?
Oh, he is cockeyed as hell.
Too bad, I thought they were Harkonnen!
Get your ass down.
Yo, it's really bad. That's really terrible.
Emperor Shaddam IV, you have one last chance to take matters into your own hands.
Where they get these bubble coats from?
What do you mean, one last?
Do not speak. Listen. You do
Ugh.
not have more than this one chance.
He's got the snot out of his.
Ugh.
Navigators warn you that space production is in great danger. The new Fremen leader Muad'Dib.
My man in the back got a kazoo in his mouth.
No one on the outside world has been able to see him. We do not know who he is. Harkonnens cannot stop him.
My man is really snarling at this microphone.
Amplifier.
Hey. There's a transition for you.
I'm dead to everyone unless I try to become what I may be. Only the water of life for freedom can save us.
You know, I didn't realize until right now that all of his emotions in this movie, he was Kristen Stewart from Twilight before Kristen Stewart. Oh, did the worms pull up?
Why?
The worms just pulled up on it. Why is she still there with him? Like, did nobody move? They just...
I'm looking at it like it's Desert Free Willy. Oh, my man crying blood. Ugh.
Told you. He's Dracula.
Traveling without moving. Now I truly control the worm and the space.
I know the spacing guild is like skeet skeet. We told you get rid of this dude.
Told your ass. Why didn't you listen?
See, that's how they got their Ubers. Dude got complete control. He just out here. Yeah.
Paul.
I am no longer Paul.
He called the worms. Y'all need to pull up.
Father, the sleeper
What?
has awakened.
What the hell are you talking to?
Emperor, we come for you. We come
I'm just
for
thinking
you.
the only people that I even
golden
jig
rod.
with that ain't got no facial hair is like Deion Sanders. I don't even fool with no people that ain't got no facial hair, dog.
Long live the fighters!
Smack. Everybody pull their Chris knife.
I'm saying, his mama rocking the elf.
Your Highness, there must be some mistake. I never requested your presence.
Ah, but your lack of action demanded it.
That's one ugly dude back there.
Dang, he like Dobby.
I am a messenger from Muad'Dib. Poor Emperor.
Wow.
My brother won't be very pleased with you.
Silence!
Kill this child. She's an abomination.
Abomination.
Get out of my mind! Not until you tell them both who I really am.
Hell no.
Sister of Paul. Muad'Dib.
Paul's sister.
Alia keeps pace with the storm.
My man just sent a child in there, unarmed.
Yeah. But the fact that, you know what I'm saying, he knows exactly what's happening. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he just talked to her on the newest Samsung. Like,
Emperor, an impassable storm has
Them
descended.
dudes are
The
so
shield
old.
wall has been penetrated by atomics.
Release the Sardaukar. Baron?
Look at the little dude on the left. Woo! We have come a long way. Yeah, did she just slap him? Oh. Oh, she hit him with the pointy finger thingy.
she hit him with the poison and pulled both his titty clamps off.
She's like, yeah! even knowing's half the battle. She got her little Chris knife and everything.
And you seen her hair and stuff. Like she tell him who she was.
It probably is an extended cut because, like we said earlier, there's like an additional like 30 to 45 more minutes that's in the extended cut.
Right, Lord. And, you know, at this point, it's like what could they have possibly put in there? Like,
speak to me in the.
You're speaking.
You have some idea of what I could do.
I know she had a grill.
Pull your pet back.
Try looking into that place where you dare not look. You'll find me there staring back at you.
You mustn't speak!
Shut your ass up.
Those who stand against the righteous.
The righteous!
The righteous?
There is a Harkonnen among you.
Patrick Stewart. Come on, Patrick Stewart. Watch this.
If Fade wishes, he can meet you with my blade in his hand.
I wish it.
My lord.
Let me. Please, my lord.
The Emperor's blade.
That wasn't even John Luke. That was what was his Borg name? That was who did that.
Oh man, they showed up with the band and everything.
You have to fight to a soundtrack. It's in the rules.
I will kill you.
I'm like, you on some weird shit, Billy Body.
Who is the little one? Her pet, perhaps? Will she deserve my special attentions?
Got you off your game. Talk to you about your boo. And you couldn't hang.
I will bend like a reed in the wind.
Now, how's he not get stabbed by that blade when he done that bending shit? Right? Like he bent, but it seemed like the blade should have got him. Now, that shit right there is gangster. That right there is cold.
That was cold as hell. Oh.
That should have been in a new movie because that was gangster.
Where there was hatred, Muad'Dib would bring love, to lead the people to true freedom, and to change the face of Arrakis.
He hit him with the James Brown right there.
He sure did.
He hit him with the James Brown. Maceo, bring me my cake.
If you're watching this on YouTube, you're going to see a cut down version of our reaction because we're only allowed to show you a limited amount of picture-in-picture. But if you want to watch the whole thing with us uncut, uninterrupted, head over to our Patreon page at patreon.com/Syntell. Become a member of this channel. You'll get access to the full uncut reaction, but you will need your own Netflix, HBO Max, or Disney Plus subscription so you can open up each episode in an adjacent window to our reaction. We'll give you a little time with a small reference video at the bottom of the screen to help you sync up the footage. And it'll be like you're watching it with your favorite pals from the internet. It started off so good and then it just kind of just went off the rails, man. Like, look at this dude. Golly, boy. He looked like an extra on Galaxy Quest or whatever. Look at the why are they staring like this? Linda Hunt, what's up? The characters, if you didn't know this was Dune, you would have probably thought this was Lord of the Rings based off the wigs and the eyebrows.
Yeah.
Damn it, Paul.
He's like, and which one of them's a Hobbit again?
Wow. And they're going to end it with Oceans of Water. This is just...
Everett McGill. Yeah.
My man stole the show, man. This was his movie. They look like they giving mug shots, like they just got arrested. Jürgen
Prochnow. Run! Run!
Hey, Jean-Luc! It would always be Jean-Luc. I cannot imagine how confused people in the theater must have been that they never read the book, because it's just all over the place.
Alicia Witt.
Witt. Sean Young. Shane. All right, that's it. I can't take no more. I'm glad that I got it because now I got it. I have a better respect for Villeneuve. Villeneuve. There we go. I have a new respect for the OG new one that's out now that I've seen this. I'm trying to think of it in terms of context at the time, since it did come out in 1984. Special effects were very limited in what they could do. But in ways that the limitations in movies that you see, like, I don't know, like Star Wars, there's a good, I don't know, cohesion of thought towards what we're, towards the effect and its effect on the scene and the storytelling. This seemed to have lacked a lot of that, at least about from the halfway point on to the end. It looked interesting. It looked good in the beginning. I think it got out the gates good. It
started off super strong.
Yeah, and then it's just got worse and worse, and the acting got worse and worse, and it just turned into just a festering turd by the time we got to the end. But I am glad that I did watch it. I am glad that we did watch it. How about you, man?
It's one of those things is like, you know what I'm saying? At the time when it came out, 84, the books themselves, I didn't realize there's 23 books in the Dune series.
Yeah, but I think only maybe 7 or 8 of them are done by the actual original creator. The rest is done by his son.
Yeah, I want to say it's somewhere between 7 and 9 of them or something like that.
Yeah.
Were done by the actual the first dude. Yeah. A lot of the rest of that is supplementary and other stuff and breakout stories or whatever.
Yep.
But at the time it came out, it was one of those properties that seemed to be impossible to make a movie for.
Right.
So the thing is, I salute David Lynch for just even having the cojones to try to put something up on the thing.
Yeah.
And then, at the time too, no one thought that original 1977 Star Wars was going to succeed.
No.
I mean, do you realize that the debut of Star Wars was in one theater? They had such little faith in that. It was in one theater.
Yeah.
But that theater sold out and the line was around the damn block.
That's the term blockbuster.
And it became a cultural phenomenon overnight.
Yeah.
So you're talking about that came out 7 years before this. And by the time this came out, they had 2 sequels to that out. George Lucas pioneered some camera work and some different shots and things like that in the first ones and the subsequent ones that had never been seen before that. It gave you an all new hope for it. You know what? If this had been like your passion project or something that you'd be like, you know what? Maybe I can put this out. And the thing is, a lot of this was really, really good. The story's done for you.
Right.
Follow the damn book and you should be straight. But they deviated like Hollywood does. They deviated, start making up shit. They they done hired some people. Oh, you can do the special effects. You can do this. This is what I'm thinking. Right. You can do it, right? Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, see, that's what happens when, people lie on their resume. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it started, if it wasn't for some of these special effects and then some of the acting and how it kind of fell off in the second half when it depended a little bit more on those special effects to help move the story along, it fell off and it fell off fast and went far.
Yeah, I think right when the attack happened, right when the very first attack happened, and then it was downhill from there. Up until they got to Arrakis was great. It looked good. The pacing was great. Nothing got really exposed. But from the little bit that I've read regarding the history of this movie is that David Lynch was in director's hell regarding the studios allowing his story to be told. They were like, it's just too long. They're like, it's just way too long. But he's like, well, the book, have you seen this book? He's like, in order for us to get this done, I mean, there's a reason why Villanova did it in 2 parts. It has to be. You cannot do that book in one movie, and we see it clear as day why you cannot do this in one movie. And even with the extended cut, which has another 30 to 40 minutes, which I'm sure is probably important stuff, even that's not going to be enough, right? It took Villanova 5.5, almost, 5+ hours in order to tell this story correctly. And even his version left a lot out, I'm willing to bet if he was able to get like the Snyder cut and he was able to go back and sweep up the editing room floor and piece it all together the way that he wanted to, I'm willing to bet the quality probably would have jumped up another 20%. It would have gone from a 6 out of 10 to maybe a cool 7.5, you know, yeah, I'm not gonna go any higher than that. But this movie's like a 5 or a 6, man. It's more 5 than it is 6. But I'm sure if he was able to actually like sweep up the pieces off that editing room floor and put it together, it could potentially
he'd have made it to 6.
Yeah, 6. Yeah, somewhere around there. This is like a 5 though. I mean, there's some nostalgic moments in there that like splintered from my childhood that I was able to piecemeal together. So I have that emotional attachment because it's a piece of my childhood. But just, you know, some of this, it's just, wow, that's a lot of money that got wasted. Oh, man.
But the thing is, you know, this was a box office flop.
Yes.
One, because especially if you're not familiar with the source material, you hadn't read the book,
I don't know what the hell's
you know, and you just don't have a mind for it. You are trying to piece this shit together and you're like, wait a minute. I saw Star Wars. I've seen Star Trek. Like, what is this shit? Like, this don't make no sense. Like, and the thing is, it's funny because I just had this conversation last week. So my oldest son is 16.
Okay.
I took him to the movies to see the first Dune movie. So the new Dune, 2021.
Okay.
No, I take that back. We didn't go to the movies. We had movie nights in my living room.
Okay.
Because it was, you know, look, post-pandemic. But it came out like 2 days after my birthday.
Okay.
So we had big movie night. I mean, I had a like 85-inch TV. So and a hell of a sound system. So we're gonna IMAX this thing in the living room, right? And my kids watched it, and it was like, okay. And they did not have the visceral reaction that I had. Like, and I was like, shit. I was like, do y'all know what we just seen? It's like, yeah, it was cool. And I was like, cool? How dare you? Get out. You know, like, yes, you are not my children.
You sullying our good name.
Yes. How dare thy? You know, but my son told me last week, he did not understand. And he said, so when Dune 2 came out, and everybody, you know, 100% Rotten Tomatoes, critics, audience start going, this is the best sci-fi movie I've ever seen. And he said, like, even when some of his friends at school start coming back like, oh my God, this is the best movie I've ever seen. He was like, wait, I seen the first one and I was not that impressed. Like, are y'all sure? Are we talking about the same thing? So he said he had to figure out why was he so far off from what they were saying.
Okay.
He's like, I liked it, but it was, you know, it was just cool. You talking about the best movie you've ever seen? So he started doing some internet research. He did not read it, but he started doing some internet research and started, you know, watching a bunch of clips of, you know, people on YouTube explaining certain parts, explaining things. Then he went back and watched this movie. He's like, oh, okay. He said, this movie's terrible, but I get it now. He said, and then he watched the, you know, Dune, the first part from 2021. And he said, by him watching this, by him doing his research, he's like, oh, okay, I get it. Yeah. So then he started wearing me out. Dad, we need to go see the second part. I'm ready now. He said, I think I understand what's going on. So we went, and at that time, that was my second time going to the theaters to see it. So I took him and we came out the movie, 2 things. When it ended, I'm not sure if I've ever seen my son that angry.
Really?
Oh, he was mad. Yes. Because he's like, they just gonna end it like that? Where the hell is Zendaya going? Like, what is going? He's like, he said, she going to die? She going to kill herself? And I was like, no, son. I was like, there's a whole series of books. There's a whole there's more. And he's like, what? I was like, yeah. I said, I don't know what research you did, but there is more. He's like, well, yeah, I know about the God Emperor. I said, oh, so you do know some more stuff. I said, yeah, we on the way to that. I said, in the movies, we probably not ever gonna get to that, but we gonna get to some other stuff. I said, we're not gonna ever get to God Emperor. I said, but we're probably, gonna do Messiah and maybe just a little bit of Children of Doom before they wrap it up in the movie theaters.
Yeah.
And then he was like, yeah, Dad. He said that was the greatest movie I've ever seen. I was like, wow. I said, son, here's the thing too. I said, son, I said, really? I said, it was better than The Godfather? He said, I ain't never seen The Godfather. I said, oh, clutch the pearls. Oh, what kind of father am I? What have I done? He said, Lord, why? So that's next on tap. Godfather 1 and 2.
Yeah. Oh,
Godfather 3 didn't happen, but
yeah, no, we don't talk about that third one. We don't talk about that third one. Hey, listen.
I was like, you don't even understand the brilliance of Marlon Brando, and then it was carried on by Robert De Niro.
Woo!
Like, I said, and then all the time, Al Pacino is chewing. He is chewing.
Yeah.
I said, when they say he came to eat and left no crumbs, he's chewing. Yeah. And I said, and we can't even get into the magic of John Cazale. Like, Fredo, don't ever go against the family.
Never go against the family. Oh, yeah. Yo, I am curious what you all think in the chat. Let me know if you saw the original. If you're an old head like me, I do claim it. I claim to be an old head. Then let me know if you saw it during the time that it came out. Let me also know how you compare it to the new one that's out as well. And which do you prefer? And was this a bad movie? There's another thing, because there are some people that love it. They're like, no, it was a good movie, given the circumstances and how it was created. It was a good movie, and they will stand on that hill and die on it. Let me know if you were one of those people.
They can't be trusted. They can't be trusted.
But you need this to appreciate. You need the sour in order to appreciate the sweet, right?
You know what? You do. And here's the funny thing about this. This movie, I like this movie. It's terrible. Yeah. And I have no problem. This movie's terrible. Terrible. Oh, it's terrible.
It's fun.
It's like a mid to high five, right? But it is a guilty pleasure for me, because like I said, I remember watching it young, and I was like, this ain't no Star Wars, it ain't Godfather, but on some sci-fi-ness, yeah, this is pretty fire. But it did make me appreciate what Denis Villeneuve did in a whole different way. It's like, because this is some super hard material to translate. And even if you're going by this, you're like, well, should I even go by this? Because this was a huge box office flop. The people, the audience didn't understand it, didn't like it, and it gained a whole life of its own afterwards in VHS and video sales and stuff like that. It became a cult classic. So I get it, I mean, it's like saying, A Big Trouble in Little China is one of the greatest movies ever made. No, the hell it ain't, but
very entertaining,
it's a cult classic.
It's very entertaining.
Yes, I love that movie. Woo! And here's the problem with doing a property like this. Okay. It's the same thing. It's the same argument we had, slightly different, but where you have to respect the source material, and then someone else tried to do it and made a horrible movie about it. And he's like, you know what? No, I got to extend this out to be able to tell the full story. And in what we're seeing here recently with Avatar: The Last Airbender, same shit.
Yeah.
You have to respect the source material, and you have to tell a compelling story, even if you do it in a new way and you deviate just a little bit. But it's like, that dude that made that movie that does not exist, like, dude.
Yeah, it's
I was like, I wouldn't even let him on Hollywood Boulevard after that. Like, nah.
It's tough.
You shot your shot.
To kind of like to retell some of these stories, like to tell Tolkien. Those can be considered impossible tasks. You know, to retell this story, to retell Dune. It can be. It takes cojones to jump up and be like, I'll try. You know, so I do tip my hat to Lynch for that. You know, I hate that, the studios took away his vision, but here we are. Hey, I think it's a good place to kind of like stick a pin in this. If you've been enjoying the conversation that me and Rekkai have been having, be a friend of the channel and hit that subscription button. And of course, give us that thumbs up because that's how people know you're digging what we're giving you. And if you want to get to know Rekkai a little bit better, Rekkai, tell the people how they get in contact with you.
On all social media, and especially my YouTube page and my Patreon at Nupe from the Ville, NUPEFROMDAVILLE, because it's all about this right here.
Yes, don't worry about it. If you didn't get all that, there'll be a link in the description so you can get to it. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Thank you so much for your time, and we're looking forward to reviewing another movie with y'all. All right, y'all, take care. Peace.